Welcome to Elite Dangerous. I am Papa Wolf. This video will be about colonization from a few different angles. We'll take a look at the system I decided to colonize, then some resources for information about colonization, and finally I'm going to share my scouting information on some other systems with great potential for colonization. I'll not be able to colonize them myself, but maybe you will. Let's begin with my own attempt at colonization, my ongoing attempt. After considering several different systems, I settled on one system that was close to, that was as close to perfect as I could find. I went to a nearby station and claimed the system. Then I went to the system to deploy the colonization beacon, and I planned my first station. The primary port of my system is in a planetary ring, so of course I had to choose an asteroid station. It comes a bit steep in material cost, a bit over 70,000 tons, but that should not be a problem with a month to spare. I've hauled similar loads during some of the CGs that lasted for only a week. I have a fleet carrier, and I've seen many other players using their fleet carriers to haul materials. But since I'm only about 215 light years from Seoul, there are plenty of good sourcing systems within 100 light years. Also, it seems to me that loading your fleet carrier one place and then unloading it in another place is a bit of waste of time, since quite a lot of the time used goes to approaching the station or fleet carrier and landing, so not using my fleet carrier cuts the number of trips in half. I've planned to expand my system with more stations and settlements. It has 22 ground slots and 27 space slots, so there should be plenty of room for that. But for now I'll be concentrating on building the one station, and then we'll see what order comes naturally. As promised, I will also share some resources for information on colonization. An absolute go-to resource is the videos that Commander Mekan has made about this. He and his community seem to be quite invested in colonization and in testing the mechanics of colonization, so I'm sure that there will be more great content coming on his channel soon. In the description for this video you'll find a link to Commander Mekan's playlist with videos about colonization. Then there's a group that I'm very pleased to hear from in regard of colonization, namely the Mercs of Mikun. When I started getting into manipulating the background simulation of Elite Dangerous, that was just after the launch of the game in 2015, they were miles ahead of the rest of us in testing and documenting the inner workings of Elite Dangerous. Their minor faction, Dukes of Mikun, are by far the largest in number of systems controlled, and they are now well on the way in colonizing their way to the Lagoon Nebula, and from there on towards Colonia or Sagittarius A. I haven't seen any documentation about colonization from them, but if I know them right, they will soon have it figured out and will be sharing their experiences with others. So check them out. I have put in a link to a Reddit post from one of the leaders where you will find some interesting information, and I'm sure they will more in-depth information about colonization. I am very much tempted to join their Highway to Lagoon Nebula mega project, but it will have to wait, as I'll be concentrating on my own system for a bit now. And now for the pre-scouted systems. I checked out a lot of systems before deciding which one to go for myself, and as I will probably not be able to grab any of them before other people do, I thought I might as well share them with you. The first good one I found, and I was really tempted to settle this one myself, is Col 285 sector KD-Q C6-5. This one has a beautiful planet with icy ring and tritium hotspots, as well as some other hotspots. It has 19 ground slots and 23 space slots. Next we have Col 285 sector NB-O B22-1. This one has a ring planet, asteroid belt, 13 ground slots and 25 space slots. And this one is Col 285 sector AO-T B19-0. It has a ring planet, asteroid belts, 26 ground slots, and a whopping 47 space slots. The last one is Col 285 sector DX-IC10-11. This one has 2 ring planets, an asteroid belt, 16 ground slots, and 25 space slots. As you can see, I very much prioritize having a planet with a ring, at least one planet with a ring. And this is because of how the background simulation works. It comes in very handy to have some resource extraction sites in one of the rings to be able to bounty hunt and that way help your chosen faction. Also, I am a sucker for asteroid stations, so an asteroid belt on top of that is, just very good. And of course, if you have seen Commander McCann's videos, you will know that having ground slots, planets with ground slots, is very important to build up the economy of this system. I will put the names of these systems in the description of this video, and I encourage you to go and check them out if you are looking for a system to colonize. And with that was all I had for you this time. I hope you found it useful. Check out my other videos from the universe of Elite Dangerous and let me know in the comments if there's something you would like me to check out, or if you have colonized one of the pre-scouted systems that I shared. Maybe I'll swing by and say hello. Thank you for tuning in. Fly safe, Commanders.